Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I am bringing you guys my first ever Black Desert Online video. Well, it is technically my second. I think it was like 2 to 3 years ago I made a video on the character creator. A long time, like again, it was like 2 to 3 years ago. But I never actually played Black Desert Online or done any content on Black Desert Online until very, very recently. It's been about a week to 2 weeks that I have started playing Black Desert Online, and today I wanted to show you guys my progress and my plans, what I'm doing, the future for, what I'm planning on doing in the near future, far future, all that stuff. Today isn't going to be like a guide or anything. I'm just going to be going over my progress, so it will be semi-informational if you just want to follow what I did my first week. I personally feel like I progressed very fast for my first week to 2 weeks. Again, I don't remember if it's been like 2 weeks. It's been close to 2 weeks, actually. More towards 2 weeks than my first week, but nonetheless, it's it's a very short amount of time. It doesn't take a lot of time to get into like the mid tier of this game. But that's basically what I'm going to be showing you guys, just my progress so far and all of that good stuff. And I'm actually very happy that I came back to Black Desert. I know it's been like 2 to 3 years since it came out, and I just never gave it the time, and I finally have been doing that for the past week to 2 weeks, and it is so great. So if you guys are lost during this video, by the way, since my content is Trove based, I will be making guides and more basic videos in the near future. Today I'm just going to be going over my progress and all of that good stuff, so I'm not going to be doing too much explaining in the terms of like what does farming mean. I'm not going to explain that. That will be for a full guide on its own if I plan on doing that kind of stuff. Again, I'm just showing you guys my progress. I was out here fishing, and I was thinking maybe I should just do a video. It's been a long time since I've done any video, and I'm playing the game anyways, kind of AFKing, so might as well just, make some content for you guys. And, I've never really done too much update videos, so it'll be nice for the channel as well. But anyways, this is my lawn. As you can tell, I am level 56. It didn't take too long, or it doesn't take too long to get to 56, which is kind of the soft cap. I would say 58 is the soft cap, but I got to 56. This is actually my second character in my first week to 2 weeks. This is my second character because I started out with a Dark Knight. I almost called it a Death Knight. I started out as a Dark Knight. I got to 56, got my Awakening as well on that guy. Well, obviously I did that first, and that was my main. But, I was just getting kind of bored of the Awakening. It was super strong, super fast, super AoE driven for a Dark Knight, but I just wanted to change it up already after like a week of playing the Dark Knight, and I settled on the Lawn. So this is actually my second 56. Once again, I just barely started this game. I went kind of ham, but yeah, so it's not too hard. My first character, my Dark Knight, I actually power leveled with my friend. He power leveled me to like 50, and then I went from 50 to 56 on my own, just power leveling. And then I got this character, the Lawn, to 56 all by myself, and I think it took me like 3 hours with pretty... it's like not... I don't have great gear. I don't have any boss gear or anything like that. I'm pretty much mid-tier right now, fully mid-tier right now. Maybe not even that, maybe low to mid-tier. And it only took me like 3 hours to grind to 56. It was pretty simple. Again, I'll have guides for all this stuff if you want in the near future. Today I'm just laying out the groundwork. So I got to level 56. This is my kind of renown score and all that stuff. I'm renown 338, AP 142, Awakening AP 140, DP 197. This is my gear. Like I said, I was fishing, so my inventory is just all fishing stuff. This is my gear. I went with the Roaring Magical Chest. This is something that you will get during the main story. I didn't do any of the main story on this character. It is all on my Dark Knight. I went through everything except for the Como Sylvia stuff on my Dark Knight, so I have all this completed. I did a lot of questing. That was basically my first entire week, was just the main quest. It takes so long. But, on my second character, I'm assuming I could power through it a lot faster. But near the end of the storyline, you do get this Roaring Magical Chest, which is very, very good for starting out. I did grind up the Asula set. If you guys play BDO, you know what the Asula set is. It's probably the most basic accessory set in the game that you can get for free just by going out and grinding. It didn't take me too long. I would say like 5 hours to get all the pieces. I grinded Helm's Post, the place where you get the earrings and the rings, for a lot longer because it is a very good spot to just grind for silver. So I actually have a bunch of earrings and a bunch of rings. But the necklace I only have one of. And then, the rest of my gear, I went with the Hev set. I think that's how you call it, the Hev. I don't think anyone actually knows how to pronounce this. But I went with the Hev set. I got it because I just liked the HP over the AP of the Gruntle, which my friend was recommending me. I just liked the Hev set a little bit better. I thought it would last me a little longer, but I'm actually going to be changing this. I went with plus 15. This gear has lasted me a long time. These pieces are like, what, 16 mil each? Yeah, they're about 16 mil each, so not too expensive. My gear in total is actually worth quite a bit, I would say, for my first week. Let me know how fast I've been progressing, guys, because I don't actually know personally, but for my first week, I feel like I've done a lot, because these are each 16 mil, so that's, you know, 45 mil about, 50 mil about. And then we got my weapons. I've already got all my weapons to duo on this class. Again, I have my Dark Knight as well, but on this class, these weapons at duo are each like, you know, that's 70 mil, this is 63 mil, and then, you know, 63 mil rounding up because, you know, gotta brag a little bit more, but rounding up, you know, these all three together are almost 200 mil on their own, plus the rest of my gear is about 200 mil for my first 2 weeks. We'll go with 2 weeks because my first week was questing, and I think it's been a few days. Let's see, what does my value pack say? So it's been, yeah, it's been a week and 2 days, I guess, because I popped the value pack when you start the game, and then you get another value pack at your 7 days from your loyalty rewards. So, and it's been 2 days, so it's been about 9 days since I've started. Not too bad, not too bad. So this is my gear. Sorry about that, I just kicked my table. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. This is my gear for my lawn. Like I said, I think I progressed pretty fast. I am going to be changing up, like I mentioned, my entire gear set, though, because I am obviously working towards duo and all that stuff. I'm going to go with the Lemuria set, if you guys know what that is, just because it gives you the extra combat XP or skill XP, and what I've noticed is skill points is one of the hardest things to get compared to everything else, at least right now at the start of the game. The contribution points I'm actually working on right now. That's completely why I'm fishing, because I'm doing dailies, a recurring quest. Energy, my contribution points and energy are pretty low because I did focus on grinding gear first and grinding 2 level 56 soft caps first, and then I realized you need a lot of energy and a lot of contribution points. So that's why they're kind of lowish. I don't know if that's low for a week and 2 weeks. Maybe it's decent sized, but what I noticed was the skill points was the most that I needed when it came to passing Awakening, because the Awakening skills take a lot of skill points. So I want to go with the Lemuria set. I'm going to go straight to duo with the Lemuria set. I think it's about 60 to 100 mil per piece. Even after all of this, you know, 200 mil on my current gear that I'm equipped, I still have about 300 mil, I believe, in just stuff. So like I got like 13 mil here. I'll show you guys like my workers and everything too, how I have everything set up. Like I said, I went pretty ham for my first couple weeks. So I probably got like, so I had like 13 mil, 5 mil. I would say all the random cities, I probably have 20 mil. And then I got Hydo, which is my main city right now, which has another 32 mil. So let's say 53 mil right there. And then in just materials, I don't know if I'm going to sell any of this stuff. So I don't know if I want to use this as my current value. But I do have a bunch of upgrade stuff, which is worth another almost 250 mil. So I still have around 300 mil in value. I don't know if I want to sell that stuff to upgrade to Lemuria right now, but it is quite expensive, which is why I don't have any of the pieces yet, even though I could probably grab a piece or two with if I just sold all my upgrade materials. But I don't plan on doing that probably. You guys let me know if that's a good idea or not. Just starting the game, should you keep your materials? I've been keeping them because I do know how hard it is to get past Duo because I've already started trying. So I do know how quite hard it is. So I don't know if, even if I'm suggested to sell that stuff, I don't know if I will or not. But that's basically what I'm working on right now is a full set of Lemuria. I'm going to go with the chest, gloves, and boots. And then I have the Medea's helmet, which is also in Hydo, which is basically a pry. Where is it? Right here. The Medea's Merchants Union is better than what I have equipped right now, but I don't want to get rid of my 3-piece Hev set. But I will just be equipping this just because I don't want to get the... You only need 3 pieces for the skill XP boost with the Lemuria set. So I didn't want to go 4 pieces. That would just be way too expensive. And I didn't really want to keep just the single Hev helmet because it doesn't really do anything on its own. And the Medea's helmet, if you saw, I forgot to point it out, also has skill XP plus 3%. So basically I'm just going to have a bunch of skill XP so that way I can get more and more awakening skills and, you know, just normal skills and stuff like that. And then, you know, from Lemuria I'll be going into boss gear. So by time I have all my skill points, I should be transferring into boss gear. So it should work out perfectly in terms of like a route to go. So like I said, this is semi-informational. If you guys want to copy the route, that's basically the route that I'm going to be going with my gear. And yeah, that's let me go over some other stuff, I guess. That's basically just all the gear and grinding that I've been doing. I've been doing just basically, if you want to know where I grinded for most of my silver, in terms of pure grinding, I did Helm's Post and Abandoned Iron Mine. Where is that one? I think it is, oh, it's over here by Ultinova, right here. So the Abandoned Iron Mine, I grinded that for probably 3 hours because I had to get my necklace and that took the longest. And then Helm's Post, I did probably 10 to 20 hours of grinding so far. Not too much because I've been doing a lot of other stuff too, like expanding my map. So I did realize right away, I did a lot of research and I seen that you can make a lot of AFK silver in this game. So that's the first thing I did was I went out, once I started getting around 100 contribution points, and I started making my worker empire. So right now you can't really see, or I don't have any of my workers going right now. I think they all ran out of energy overnight, and it's kind of morning time, so I haven't got to setting them up yet for today. But I guess I could show you my pets really quick. I got a few pets here. I got Vulpix, Patty, Overrated, Chikorita. I got 4 pets. In case anyone is wondering if I got pets, yes, that's one of the first things I did. My friend actually gifted me the tortoise, and I named him Overrated for our Trove pet that is actually in the Trove game. And then I got the maid from the main story. But if we go on to workers, I have 31 workers right now. Yeah, they're all out of energy, basically. I do have quite a bit of workers. That's the first thing I did. And the way that I have it all set up is I have most of them in Velia. So I got all the farms around Velia. I got the Ewaz Hill for the Ash Timber. And then I got Force of Plunder for the mushrooms. And then I got Tuscany for, you know, that's another farm. I got all the farms because these farms give you the materials you need to craft beer. And beer is what you use to make your workers work again. That's how you increase their energy. So that's why I went with Velia first. That was like the highest suggested thing to do, was go with Velia first, because that's how you're going to feed your worker army in the first place. You can't have a worker army if you can't feed them, right? It's just like real life. So you got to go with the food first. Make sure you got your food first. And then I started expanding towards Olvia. I have Coastal Cliff. Again, I don't have any workers going, so you can't see like which nodes I'm using. But I got Coastal Cliff completely being worked on, as well as Coastal Cave. And then I don't think I have anything else over at Olvia. I just use Olvia to go put more workers into Velia, because Olvia, at least right now, doesn't seem it has anything worth it to me in terms of resources around Olvia. So I literally just use Olvia and their workers, you know, all these materials that you see right here. They're all coming from Velia, Coastal Cliff, Coastal Cave, and Tuscany Farm. I have the Olvia workers going to. And then I also have Velia. I should just say this right now, in case you're like wondering why I have some of these unlocked, because these don't have anything to do with workers. I have Velia connected all the way to Grana. That was another one of the first things I did because of overnight fishing. So what I do is I fish in Grana. I ran my alt character, so I have a fishing character. I'm doing this on my main just for the CP, but I do have a life skilling alt right here, my Mystic. And what I do is I ran the Mystic all the way down to Grana. It took me a long time because I had to unlock all the nodes on the way there too. But I ran my character all the way to Grana, unlocking all the nodes between Velia and Grana, because I fish in Grana overnight, and these fish are worth like 1 to 200k at a beginner level. Like literally just starting the game, these fish are worth like 100 to 200k if you take them from Grana all the way to just Velia. You can even go further than Velia, and you can take them even to like Valencia, and that would be worth even more. I think I'd probably double, if not triple, my profits overnight, because I make about 3 mil overnight, and I think if I connected to Velia, I might make 9 mil overnight. That is just guessing though, to be honest. And I do not have anywhere near the amount of CP to connect all the way to Velia or Valencia and make it worth it right now. So for now, I just have Grana to Velia. So I log out, or I AFK fish overnight at Grana, and then I transport my character all the way to Velia, because they have a nice transport system. It takes an hour, but I don't play the character, so it doesn't matter if it takes an hour to transport it to Velia on its own. So then I go to Velia, I solo my fish, and then I just log off the character, and then I play my main, and then when I go back to sleep, I just fish in Velia. and then I take all the Velia fish the next day, and then I transport them to Grana and then sell them all in Grana. As you can see, Grana has about 20 mil worth of value in it just for you know, selling the fish there. Again, it's only been my first week, and I didn't do this day one, so that's only from a few days, maybe 2 to 3 days of fishing, was that 6 mil. Oh yeah, because I make 3 mil a night. That works out perfectly, doesn't it? So that's why I have all that connected. There's no workers doing anything over here at all. This is just strictly for fishing. So when it comes to workers, I used to have Trent. I used to have workers here at Trent. As you can see, I have a little bit stuff left. I sell most of my materials right now because I don't do any processing yet, because I'm still working on CP, energy, and just gear and all that stuff. I haven't really dived too big into processing. But yeah, so that's why I don't have a lot of materials in all these places. I used to have a lot more. I sold them all so I can get all my gear. Yeah, I used to have workers in Trent, but I had to reduce my CP usage to connect to Grana, because at first I set up my entire worker army, and then I realized, or I think I watched a video or something, and someone suggested to go to Grana. So then I was like, okay, so I took out my Trent stuff, and then I put them all to get to Grana. So that's why I don't have anything working over at Trent right now, even though I have workers there and materials there and stuff like that. And basically, the people that I had at Trent, I had them going to the Lumberjack Rest, the Treant Forest, and Mancha's Forest for the timber and all that stuff. And then all these, actually, I use for working. So Bears Riverhead, you know, Fonial's Cabin, those both have nodes unlocked for working. Again, I just don't have any workers going right now. So there's another worker thing right there for the Tenor. And then I have, you know, Northern Wheat Plantation. I used to have Old Dandelion. I needed I always want to say combat points. The contribution points to go to Grana once again, so I did have to take a little bit from Calpheon as well. So I used to have Old Dandelion for the birch timber, but I had to take it back. And then the Northern Wheat Plantation, I used to have all of them, including the wheat, but again, I just needed a couple points to get to Grana. So I took some from there too. And then, yes, most of this is just connecting to Grana. All of this, so Keplen, I have workers here at Keplen as well that go up to O's Pass, and that might be it, I think. Maybe they only go to O's Pass. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I forget, because I took a lot of my nodes back to go to Grana, so I do forget a couple of them that I had invested. But I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't want to make this video like too rambly or anything like that. Look, I got some English right here doing the southern Cianaga, I think that's how you say it, to get the mushrooms and the iron ore. So yeah, I just have a bunch of workers spread out around the place. I got the farms at Heidel, including the Lynch Farm Ruins. I got the excavation going there for the Traces of Savagery. I got the Alejandro Farm. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my workers. So as you can see, I've done a lot of work. Personally, I feel in my first couple weeks of the game, I've done a lot of work. But you guys know me. I mean, I go hardcore. I'm a theory crafter. I'm an I want to say aficionado. Is that a thing? Can we make that a thing? Can I just be called the aficionado? Maybe I should change my name from underrated to aficionado. That'd be a much better username. But that's pretty much what I go with. You guys know me. You know, I'm all about being efficient and being hardcore. So I spend a lot of time playing. Even if I play a week, that week is probably worth almost a month of game time for a casual player, to be honest. You know, I've been all the way to Valencia for the questline and all that stuff. Got my rings, and you know, that's pretty much my progress, to be honest. The next things I'm going with right now, like I mentioned, my next step is full duo Lemuria. I'm going to go with that, and then I'm going to get my Zarka. So I'm just going to go with any Zarka I can find. I have all the versions on notification, and I mean, I've been saving up. I know it's super expensive, but I've been saving up my materials, my upgrade materials, so hopefully I will have enough to upgrade. Or hopefully, even better, I will be able to get just an upgraded version of the Zarka on its own in the marketplace. I'm looking more for a plus 15 Pry, Duo, or Tri. I don't really want to go below plus 15, to be honest. That'd be like my last resort. If there's like anything below plus 15 and it's just up and it's sitting there, maybe I'll be like, sure. But I don't really like the upgrading system in this game. If that's gonna be like something I take away from the game, the upgrading system is just trash. Like, there's no justifying it. It's trash. It's very anti-player's time. It wastes a lot of your time, which I know is the whole point of the game, but I think it goes a little overboard. There's a certain line where it becomes overboard, and I do feel like it's a little overboard. So I would rather try to get one at a higher upgrade level already, but you know, I'll go with what I can get, to be honest. I just barely started the game and I'm already talking like all this stuff, so like slow down, right? But yeah, that was a pretty long video. I just wanted to show you guys my progress. I mean, I got all my alts reading books in Heidel. Apparently these two are actually done reading books. Actually, that's what I do. I forgot to mention, I do take my life skiller, and I do, after I sell all my stuff at Velia or Grana, I do move it to Heidel, because that's where I got my house with my bookcase. It's literally just a house with a bookcase. That's it, because, once again, I do up my research, and I realize that a bookcase is very, very, very good when you first start the game, because it gives you a ton of knowledge, which is a ton of energy, just for free. At the start of the game, you just fill up all your slots. Like, I just random characters right here, you know, White Gonjolf, because I didn't know what to call him. He looked like Gandalf, but Gandalf was taken. I got Use a Witch, you know, I got, and all of these characters, they're just all reading books. So that's definitely something you can do as well. And I use their energy as well. You can see all their energies are not capped out right now, because I do use their energies for making potions, to sell for more silver, or I use them to invest into nodes and stuff like that, roll more workers. And yeah, I don't know if I'm missing anything, to be honest. I feel like I've been rambling for a while, so I kind of just want to end it there. I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff, but we'll end it there for now. Like I said, I will be hopefully making more content on BDO. I've been really into BDO as of late, as you can tell. Put in a lot of work so far. Yeah, if you guys are into BDO, let me know in the comments below. Let me know all your feedback below from what I've asked during the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like, and if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button plus the bell next to it so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. If you would like to further support the channel, make sure to check out my Humble Bundle affiliate links in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.